How's it, Godzilla fans, kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla1964 coming back to you with yet another figure review. This will probably be the last figure review of the whole lineup that came out on the Godzilla Day figures that I did actually get, because I don't plan on getting the 8-inch Kiryu figure. But without further ado, we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Bagan figure. For all intentional purposes, I'm going to be calling them Bagan, even though the card says Vegan. I'm going to be calling him Bagan because that's pretty much what he's widely known across the US as, and that's how I've known him for ever since I've ever known about this guy. So yeah, Bagan. Bandai Movie Monster Series Bagan figure. I'm just going to say this now. Detail on this guy is perfect. Paint on this guy is perfect. Articulation on this guy is pretty much perfect. There's nothing more I can ask for articulation. Size wise, there's a little bit left desired, but that's okay. In fact, I'll just bring it out here. For me, for my taste, Bagan is a little short. I wish he was a bit taller, like around eye level of this Godzilla 1991 over here. But I'm still happy with the size. Sizing is great. That does it for today's review, though. Yeah, that's it. It's short. He's perfect. We're all good here. I'm done. We're out. We're out. Nah, I'm just screwing with you. So, back from where we left off. Detail for Bagan over here. Spoilers. It's perfect. Let me show you. From all the muscly details, like, sorry, out of focus. But, just look at the details for Bagan's muscles over here. How you have the sinews going on here. Then there's this armor plate on his hand, which looks very nice. Bagan's fingers are detailed very nicely as well. There's minimal detail granted, but there's still detail there, which is amazing. Then you got the kind of bone cartilage, I just say that kind of bone armor here going for Bagan, which will turn out awesome. Then you have more of the sinewy detail for the in-between parts where there's no armor, which looks really nice. Loving that detail. And then you got the bone kneecap, the brown bony kneecap here. Toes are detailed very nicely. Again, minimal detail, but there's still quite a bit of detail in it. Toenails as well. You're gonna have the same stuff on this side. And you have the same stuff on this side for the arms, where you got the muscly, sinewy detail. Or not sinewy, actually, just muscle detail, but there's some sort of sinewy thing going on here, which is really cool. It's even more pronounced on the underside of Bagan's arms, where you can kind of see that starting over here. Yeah. And then the underside of his hands look very nice. In fact, you can see the hands over here. That detail is similar to this detail. So that's why I call it a sinew, and it's really cool. Because even the underside of the fingers are detailed. This figure is just amazing. The neck looks very nicely detailed over here. The underside of his tail looks very nicely detailed. It's pretty much the majority of it's just the same sinewy detail that you find on the legs and all that. But the chest plate on the chest armor, it's not doing much justice with the lighting that I have right now, but it's just like, wow. I love how Bandai did the chest armor for Bagan over here. The detail work on this is very nice. Yeah. But that's not even the best part about Bagan, because I'll get to the best part last. Heads up, it's going to be the head. See what I did there? But spinning around to Bagan's back, before we get to the wings and the head, you got this kind of interesting sinewy detail for the tail, where it's not sinew, but it's also like, I guess it's skin. It's very nicely detailed. The spikes over here are very nicely detailed as well. I love the spikes. I especially love how they added this little thing over here. I don't know if it was on the original studio tour version of him, where he had the thagomizers. Because I know different variations of Bagan, majority of them have the thagomizers in place of the tail feather thing that they had going on. But to see the thagomizers in this figure is awesome. Awesome. Yeah. The back of Bagan, all the spike armored detail over here looks very nice. I really like this. But what kind of gives me a kick is kind of all the spike details over here where it's actual spikes protruding out from his back, from the armor from his back. Yeah, it's actually coming out, which I am not noticing until now, having this figure for one whole day, which I am really liking. And I can see the similarities between Bagan and Destroya. How if Destroya, I'm thinking, I'm not 100% on history here, but if Destroya took some inspiration from Bagan, since it was originally going to be, or not originally, but one of the ideas for the final Godzilla film of the Heisei series was going to be Godzilla versus Bagan. I can see some inspiration with the horns over here going on, and then how you have the 4 wings, because the 2 main wings, and then you got the 2 little wings for Destroya. I can kind of see that going on, which is a cool little detail. Granted, it may not be something, but I'm just saying, it's something cool I'm realizing about Bagan, and yeah. While I've been talking, I'm guessing you've been looking at the back detail though, which you can see kind of armor for the bulbs here. Got this kind of wing thing going on here. It looks really, really nice. Yeah. That's pretty much it for the back of Bagan, actually, because it's just majority of this armor detail. And then you got the spikes, which is really the only different detail you're going to find. So yeah. Spinning over to Bagan's wings here, you have the really nice bulb things for him inside of his wings. Turn out very nice. And then the armor segment for his wing over here turned out nice as well. How it transitions from the neck into the armor. Very, very nice. Same thing on this side. Oh, those herbs are just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The best part for Bagan is his face. He looks as terrifying as he should. From the little quills over here to his bullhorn and his giant spike with the sinew skin part that's I guess the inner spike, the thing that's supposed to hold it in place, and the individually detailed teeth and the detail on the inside of the mouth. You got the tongue, I mean, and the roof of the mouth detail, not to mention under the chin detail and the chin spikes and his wrinkles on his around his horn and his, I guess, upper lip and under his eyes. I mean, this is actually not what I imagined when I thought about a Bagan figure. I thought it would have been a little more muted detail wise, but with what I'm seeing, and I know I'm going in a lot about detail, but it's just, there's so much to show off. And honestly, to give full duties or full credit to this guy, you should just buy him and see it for yourself, because I don't think this would do it much justice detail wise. That's how good the detail is on this guy. And if I haven't mentioned, there's also detail on the bull horns here. Yeah, that's enough about detail though. Starting on the bull horns for the paint, because paint on this guy, there's a little bit of desired, but it's practically perfect. I'm not gonna nitpick and bitch and moan for the little bits that are missing. It's practically perfect. The horns are painted very nicely. The inside of the horn is painted very nice with this red. The eye is painted very nice in this nice orange color. Oh, by the way, I love the metallic black or gray, charcoal gray that they use for the horns, the quills, the chest. That's about it actually, but I like how it all looks like it's supposed to be together. The fingernails too got that same color. Well, you can kind of see it, but yeah, looks very nice. The sinewy parts of Bagan are all painted, like all of it is painted, and that's amazing to me for Bandai that all of it is painted and is all painted so nicely. There might be a little mishaps quality control wise here on my figure. There's some quality control on the spikies, and there's one more part that I was looking at. I was kind of, and that's about it. But the fact that it's all painted is amazing, and I'm loving it. The brown kneecaps are going to be the only difference in paint for armor. Yeah, which is actually really neat. Oh, toenails are going to be painted in the similar silver black or metallic black, which actually the toenails are going to be painted similar color to this, which to me it seems like these are two different colors, but because this one looks lighter, but I might be wrong. This is actually the same color, but either way, I love the metallic black that they chose for Bagan. Yeah, but wings are painted very nicely. The bulbs are painted magnificently, and I love the purple color that they chose for it. I mean, it just looks like the suit that we saw in the studio tours. Not to mention the teeth. This is probably my biggest thing about Bagan here that I'm loving, that I have high praises for, is the fact that his teeth are so nicely painted. Like, it looks like they painted the whole mouth and they went ahead and painted each individual teeth in this bone white color, and it looks really, really nice. Now, the only parts that I would say that painting would be missing would be these quills over here, this one, bottom one, top one maybe, bottom one over here again, or these outside ones. I don't know about this. I think this is just gray. That's actually about it, honestly. That's why the paint for Bagan is nearly perfect. It's practically perfect, so there's no sense in nitpicking that, oh, there's a couple of quills here that are not well painted, because hell, it's cool that we even got these quills over here painted anyways, these three, so there's no sense in nitpicking about it, because like I said, the paint is perfect what we have for Bagan here. Because Bandai could have easily just kind of left all these different parts of, like, this underside over here, didn't have to paint up to the tail, tip of the tail, sorry, didn't have to paint the underside of the horn red over here, didn't exactly have to paint the mouth red either. I mean, Bandai could have skimped and cut corners with this guy, but the fact that they didn't is what makes this figure even more amazing. Also, I noticed in promo pics that the spikes over here are painted in the same metallic black color, but honestly, it still works as is. So, yeah. Paint's perfect. Articulation over here. Arms are going to move. They're a little stiff because of the chest sculpting, and I'll just be careful not to rub off any paint, but yeah, arms can move up to here because these parts stop it. Legs can move all the way around 360, although they kind of get stuck on this fin, both sides. And then the tail, the head has a glue seal, but over here, the head doesn't move. But the tail, I thought the tail wouldn't move, but funny enough, or cool enough, the tail can move. So, yeah, articulation for Bagan is also perfect. Now, you saw earlier size comparison wise, because this video is going longer than I thought it should, but size comparison wise, Bagan's actually... No fighting. Okay. Size comparison wise, Bagan is actually really, really nice looking with the 1991 Godzilla. Granted, Bagan kind of towers over him like a Destroyer would, but for play purposes, honestly, the size we have for Bagan is really, really nice. The fact that he's not too big, at the same time he's not overly unbelievably small, like Bylance figure. Sorry, not the Rose Bylance figure that we just reviewed, the final form Bylance alligator form Bylance figure. Yeah, that one, not ridiculously small like that one, or the Mecha Godzilla, Super Mecha Godzilla figure. Yeah, that one is ridiculously small too. This is actually a really good size. You know what, in fact, hang on, I'll be right back. Here's Bagan with a modified, slightly taller Bandai Movie Monsters Destroyer figure and the Super Mecha Godzilla figure. Taller than both. Here's Bagan next to the Bandai Movie Monster Series release of the King Ghidorah and the Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is about the same height, but King Ghidorah, he's a little bit taller than King Ghidorah. Kind of neat. Then here's Bagan next to the two Bylance forms. Again, he kind of towers over them. Then here, just for shits and giggles, here's Bagan next to the Heisei Mothra and Batra. Since he was originally supposed to go up against Mothra, actually, he was going to be a Mothra villain instead of the Garla, I think, was supposed to be the film he was supposed to be in. Or Descadora, maybe, but yeah. Really, really cool. And he sizes up nicely next to majority of the figures, although I wish he was a little taller than Space Godzilla. because Space Godzilla should not, well, this will be for another time, but I'm just going to say Space Godzilla, Bandai. I would like Space Godzilla to get a revamped design for the figure, because his head should not be this high above his shoulder crystals. In fact, he should look like a hunched over little hunchback. Yeah. My point with bringing up all those guys is that Bagan, this figure looks like the final boss for the whole Heisei series, the way he towers over all these other Heisei Godzilla monsters in figure form. Like, just imagine, he could have been the final boss. He almost was. And he looks like it, which is awesome. And they perfectly captured with this figure, size, paint, articulation, detail. He would have made an amazing final boss for the Heisei Godzilla series. And that's all encapsulated in this figure, which I love. And he is probably my favorite figure that came out for the Godzilla Day 2023. Yeah. But that'll pretty much do it for today's review. This has been Chanzilla1964 saying, if you guys like this review, do be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you guys think I may have missed anything, or if I might have my information wrong, if you think this is not a perfect figure of Bagan, as perfect as a soft final Bandai figure can be, not saying SH Monster Art's perfect, but this kind of perfect, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like what you see on this channel, please do subscribe. And if you feel inclined to, do be sure to share as well, since this will help get this channel out there, and it'll help with the whole YouTube algorithm thing too. I hugely appreciate it. This has been Chanzilla1964 though, saying until next time guys, peace, and thank you for watching this video. How's it going, Godzilla fans, Kaiju fans, collectors, and all of the other peoples over the internet? I think I f***ed up the line. How's it going, Godzilla fans, Kaiju fans, collectors, and people of the internet? Was that it? God damn it, 64? How's it going, Godzilla fans, Kaiju fans, collectors, and all the other people of the internet? This is Godzilla 1964 coming back to you for a special review. Chanzilla, what the f are all these small things? Anyways, we have one special review in store for you guys, featuring all of these tiny, small, little itty bitty Godzilla figure things. Pan the camera down. You see all those? Yeah, we're gonna be viewing them on the channel, so stay tuned. And this has been Godzilla 1964 saying, see you at the review, and it's good to be back for one time only.